Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back along to another episode of the Dairyman's Diary. My name is Frank. I hope you're doing very well. You join me in the Agri Pro once again because I just need to pick up this little bale. I'm going to feed it into the cattle there. Give them a little bit of extra. They're not getting too much from us this evening at the moment because, well, you can see there's just so much grass around the place. So we're trying to just I think I've got that one there. There you go. We're just supplementing their feed right now. It's going really well. They're really cracking on with the grass that we've got around here, which is good. So we're just giving a little bit of a mixed ration in the morning and a little bit of hay in the evening there to keep things topped up nicely. And then that's going very well indeed. So they've all been fed up there. We've come off the combine because we've got to get everything milked up. My milk is still coming in, taking care of that, which is fantastic. And then that means that I can stay on the combine for as long as possible. And then come back and do a few other jobs when we get around to it, which is what today is really. Since we were last here with you, we'll get that around there, easy does it. We've got some baling done. So since we last spoke, where's that gatepost gone? There it is. We've been able to get the combine fixed, which was pretty important there to get that one done. We were also able to get cracking through those two new fields. It's still parked down there. We've got a little bit left to go at. Not a great shake. We'll get that one done sooner rather than later. And then we've also been able to, get a bit of baling done, which has been good to do. What we need to do today, though, is, as you can see, the balers parked right there. Today, we're going to stack a few bales, cart them in from around here. They're going to stay up at this farm. Get them out of the way, really, and just keep them looking good, keep them out of the way. So it's a nice time to do it, really. It's getting a little bit damp, though. We can't really get too much more on the combine done this evening. So rather than drive back down there, take the tractor and trailer all the way back down to continue with that, you'll see I brought that back up to get a bit more diesel. We will just go and jump on into the field. The trailer's already over there, and it just means that we can get a bit more grafting in, really. Get these bales brought in. They'll come back in. They'll stack them up there out the way as well. So that should be handy, and we'll be looking perfect. This field's I've already put this into Stooks of 3. That's ready to go. You'll see as well we've got a bit of muck cart out there the other morning from this main shed when it was a bit damp to get going. So we've got some muck out ready to go as well there, which is important. If you remember us talking about the nitrogen prices there the other day, we're not going to be getting too much of that. So we've got ourselves kind of prepared, getting ready to use as much muck as we can. So it's been busy. We're doing really well. Jess has been cracking along with us here as well, which has been great. She's been a real good help to have on the tractor. Just makes life all the easier for myself. She is taking a bit of an early night. Might as well if we can't get it going, so we'll just keep doing our own thing here as we like to do. And it means we can just get everything taken care of, and we should be good. In we go. She brought the trailer over here for me earlier. I haven't been able to get into this field to get these bales stacked at all, which is what I'd like to do usually, but c'est la vie. We will crack on. That one missed the top there. Done, Frank. Love to see it. There you go. Okay. So I hope everything is going well with yourself. Do let us know what you're cracking along with there. A lot of interesting thoughts and comments as to the overall cost of nitrogen and what that's looking like on your farms there. So thank you very much for that. And yeah, I've been doing a lot more research and reading up on that as well, of different plights of farmers there and how some of these bigger farmers are actually managing everything as well, because it's not just going to affect the smaller fish, it affects the bigger fish in the same pond there as well. So it's an interesting battle at the moment, I think it's fair to say. But yeah, not one that's going to end anytime soon by all accounts, so it's interesting. I was looking into when we got the part for the combine belt and the bearing to go with it. We were lucky. We got what we needed. I spoke with the parts manager, really, the warehouse or the dealer, and they were saying that they're starting to get some really big delays on some of their bits of equipment as well there, and it's shipping everything from anywhere is just becoming a nightmare. So it's certainly something that's worth watching, because it's not going to get any easier, that's for sure. And I think it's going to be a challenge, and one that everyone's going to be faced with, not just now but also in the future. So we'll have to see. But hopefully it won't affect us too much here. As long as we can keep getting someone to come in and cart away our milk in the morning, we'll make everything else work. We'll figure out a way. That's always the most important revenue stream to consider and also protect there, really. AgriPro is just such a joy to use in a field on a job like this. It really, really is. It's funny, we had the little loan of that 416 or 435S, sorry, for a while. That was a delight of a machine, way too big for anything I would ever need. I don't actually think it would get into some of my buildings, but still lovely to have. Lovely to see have a bit of a play around on it, that's for sure. Made child's play really of the of working on the big heap of muck there. Really did. Just push straight through it. There you go. All right, so we're just gonna put this 3 high. We'll probably get a 1 trailer load of out clear on here. Some of these bales are a little heavy. The pressure's not quite dialed in properly on the baler, which meant that you're getting some pretty dense blocks off here. So they've been left out for that little bit extra, maybe an extra day or 2 in the wind, just to kind of let any steam that's hanging around there or any heat more than anything just kind of dissipate before we get them stacked up, which is always, you know, if you know the weather's going to be good and you can afford to do it, I never think it's a bad idea just to keep them outside that little bit longer. That's the last thing you want to see really, is your buildings up in fire. And unfortunately that's something that happens way too much for many people. There you go. Yeah, you can see there's some parts of this field were pretty good. Had a little bit thicker yield in the middle band here, to be honest. The headlands weren't great, and then the top end of the field a little bit lighter up there, so fewer bales up that way. But there's probably enough here to keep us. Well, we'll have enough definitely. It's going to take quite an effort to cart them all back from over the other side on the new ground, that's for sure. We'll need to look into that. I'm also looking into trying to get some more silage cut down soon. We're getting a little... rubbish. I've knocked them over. We're getting a little bit late in the season. But there's third cut silage to be had out there. I don't think hay is going to happen. We have to look into see what that might look like. Fortunately, we never really got to make any progress with the sheep. So we might be okay there. But yeah, it is certainly something that... Yeah, we'll see how the season gets on. There's still time, but it's trying to balance it all in. Might not be a great crop of hay if we do make it anyway, that's for sure. We'll put 2 more and then we'll put 1 across the way, I think. Like I say, not the widest. You could probably get nearly 3 across here, but there's really probably no need to do that. So they're not the widest of bales. We've got left there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, plenty of space. All right. Okay, so we are going to get these all stacked up here nice and quickly. Then we'll come back at the end. There's a few other little bits and pieces to wrap up here. And then we will see you in just a little bit, I think. and we are just about done strapping everything down. We're not going far, but the road is twisty. So we want to make sure that we're looking good. Which I think we are. We're going to take this back. I've never really figured out what happened here. I don't know why this is knocked down or what did it, but this was before we took on this land, obviously. So we're going to have to see if we can look into that a bit more at some stage. Very much so. I think that's going to be question for another day. We're going to get ourselves back on into the vehicle, into the loader, and then we'll get this all unloaded back at the yard. All right, easy does it. There's a bit of a dip in this gateway. I've had it once before in Meadow Grove where I sent a trailer load of bales all over the place. But I think we're good. Let's take it nice and slowly, and we are away. Happy days. Okay, not going too far, as you well know. We'll probably even might just jump this trailer off in the shed. And then we'll leave it to overnight, but we'll see. Half tempted just to wing backwards and forwards and get a few loads from that other field as well, whilst there's not too much damp on the ground. Might not be a bad plan there. Ooh, easy. That's the bit. Oh, we're through. Good heavens. Holy breath moment there. All right. Don't do what I do there, folks. That's an educational tip for you from me, Frank. Okay. When you get onto the road, when you get a chance to pull, this telehandler does have a bit of pull behind it. Now, typically, I don't like to pull heavy loads with a telehandler on the road. In the past there, it'll never do the transmissions much good. There we go. But yeah, it's good to know that it can. That's the main thing. At some point, we need to push up that muck heap a bit, but there's going to be a bit more to come to there, I think. I'm trying to decide if I stick it all there, or if I mix it up a little bit and add it into different fields so it's easier, because ultimately that's where it's going to be spread all over the place this year round, that's for sure. Okay, as we come on in. I think we're going to start sticking it there. Looks like a good plan. What we'll do then is probably leave this about here, block off the yard with it, and then just come around the other side and unload it up nice and easily. So what we'll do is we'll get cracking, we'll get this all unloaded, then we'll try and even get maybe another load on this trailer this evening from the other field. Other than that, not really too much to report here. We've got a lot of normal things happening, and I'm sure there'll be nothing too much to come in the future, but we'll keep you posted anyway. Until that time, do stay safe, enjoy what you're doing as always, and we'll see you in the next one. Catch you later.